Most of us spend our lives dodging the tough questions, the ones that shake us out of our comfort zones and disrupt our routines. But what if I told you that your greatest potential lies within these very questions? It's not just about pushing boundaries, it's about breaking them down entirely. Today, we're diving into the timeless world of Stoicism, a philosophy that doesn't just challenge how we think, but redefines how we live. Rooted in ancient Greece, Stoicism teaches us that resilience doesn't come from avoiding challenges, but from embracing them as essential to our growth. It offers more than just the courage to face adversity. It provides the wisdom to focus on what truly matters in the midst of chaos. As we explore Stoicism's principles, we'll uncover how these ancient truths can lead to a more meaningful life. Whether you're feeling stuck or just looking to sharpen your approach to life's challenges, this journey isn't just about learning a philosophy, it's about living it every day. And if you find value in what we're doing here, a simple favor: hit that subscribe button and join us. Let's get started. 1. Start small. Stoicism teaches that significant change begins with small, intentional steps. It's not about revamping your life overnight, but about making steady, thoughtful adjustments that lead to profound transformation over time. This philosophy doesn't push for rapid, radical shifts that are often unsustainable. Instead, it emphasizes the power of gradual progress. Every small action is like a brick in building a stronger, more resilient self. Just as Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, taught, it's about placing one stone at a time with care and intention, steadily paving your path to self-improvement. So how do you start small? In practice, it might mean setting aside just 5 minutes each morning for reflection or journaling activities deeply rooted in Stoic tradition. These moments of introspection help you align your daily actions with your core values, fostering inner peace and clarity throughout the day. Another small yet impactful change could be shifting how you react to external stresses. Stoics practice reframing their perceptions to manage their responses to situations beyond their control. This could mean pausing when you feel frustrated and choosing a response rooted in calm reasoning rather than impulsivity. Starting small also involves embracing Stoic acceptance, the principle of acknowledging and adapting to the present moment instead of resisting it. This could look like accepting minor inconveniences with grace, or recognizing difficult emotions without letting them dictate your actions. By focusing on these manageable aspects of your life, you're not just studying Stoicism, you're embodying it. Each step reinforces your commitment to self-mastery and growth, living out the Stoic belief that true progress is a steady journey, not a race. 2. Stop letting anxiety control you. From a Stoic perspective, anxiety doesn't stem from the events themselves, but from how we judge those events. This viewpoint is empowering because it puts you in control of your inner state, no matter the external circumstances. Stoicism teaches us to dissect our anxieties, trace their origins, and challenge the judgments that fuel them. Anxiety often arises from our desire to control things beyond our reach, like the future, others' opinions, or every possible outcome. Yet according to Stoicism, the only things truly within our control are our thoughts, actions, and reactions. When anxiety starts to creep in, pause and assess. Are you worrying about something beyond your control, If so, shift your focus to what you can control, your response. This shift isn't about suppressing anxiety, but transforming your perspective. By regularly practicing this Stoic separation, you can significantly reduce the hold anxiety has over you. It's about building mental discipline, allowing you to acknowledge your fears, assess their validity, and then refocus on what's actionable and within your control. Prominent Stoics like Marcus Aurelius often reminded themselves to distinguish between external events and internal reactions, urging a focus on self-mastery amid life's uncertainties. Additionally, Stoicism recommends proactive mental training through practices like premeditatio malorum. Visualizing worst-case scenarios and mentally preparing for them. While this may seem counterintuitive, confronting fears mentally weakens their grip, helping to reduce anxiety by acclimating you to the idea that you can handle adversity. By embracing these Stoic strategies, you gradually build mental resilience, shielding yourself from future anxieties while empowering yourself to live more fully in the present. Each moment of anxiety becomes an opportunity to practice Stoicism, transforming potentially paralyzing experiences into opportunities for personal growth and strength. 3. Create a routine. Stoics like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius recognize that structure liberates us from the chaos of constant decision-making and aligns us more closely with our virtues. A well-crafted routine isn't restrictive. It's a framework that supports our highest goals and principles. Think of your daily routine as a garden. Just as a garden needs consistent care to thrive, your habits and practices require regular attention to nurture virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, the core pillars of Stoicism. Start by identifying times in your day for practices that reinforce these virtues. Perhaps it's a morning meditation to cultivate peace, wisdom, and temperance, or setting aside time to help others, nurturing justice and courage. To establish such a routine, begin with small, manageable commitments. If you're not a morning person, don't schedule demanding tasks at dawn. Instead, align your activities with your natural rhythms. Include time for reflection through journaling or reading Stoic texts to remind yourself of the principles you wish to embody. Moreover, integrate Stoic pauses throughout your day. Brief moments where you stop, reflect on your current emotional state, and realign with Stoic ideals. Ask yourself, is this action aligned with my virtues? These pauses help anchor your routine in Stoic thought. A Stoic routine also embraces flexibility. Stoicism teaches us to adapt to circumstances with equanimity. So if something unexpected arises, or an opportunity presents itself to practice virtue, adjust your schedule accordingly. The goal isn't rigid adherence to a checklist, but living purposefully according to Stoic values. As you build and refine your routine, remember that the aim is not just productivity, but cultivating a character that remains steady and virtuous, regardless of external circumstances. A Stoic routine fosters a life of not only efficiency, but ethical integrity and philosophical fulfillment. 4. Give yourself the order to stop. In Stoicism, telling yourself to stop isn't merely about ceasing a behavior. It's about asserting control over impulses and desires that lead you astray. This aligns with the Stoic emphasis on self-mastery, the idea that true freedom comes from within, not from external conditions. Giving yourself the command to stop is about harnessing willpower to steer your actions toward virtuous behavior. For instance, if you often procrastinate or get lost in social media, instead of engaging in meaningful activities, telling yourself to stop goes beyond just putting your phone down. It involves recognizing that impulse as a distraction from your values and consciously choosing to redirect your attention to activities that align with your Stoic goals, like reading philosophy or reflecting on your day. This practice can be applied to any habit or impulse that doesn't serve your higher purpose, whether it's overeating, smoking, or indulging in any form of excess. The Stoic principle here isn't just about stopping the negative, but replacing it with something positive. This is where the concept of virtue substitution comes into play. When you give up one behavior, you intentionally replace it with an action that aligns more closely with your values. Replacing unhelpful habits with growth-oriented actions. Transforming less desirable habits into behaviors that support your growth and well-being is crucial. Instead of simply ordering yourself to stop, take a moment to reflect on the reasons behind these behaviors. What discomfort or void are you trying to fill? Stoicism encourages us to confront these discomforts directly, helping us understand and learn to cope without resorting to harmful habits. This self-reflection builds greater awareness, a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy, ultimately empowering you to make better decisions. When practicing this, remember the Stoic belief that you always have the power to choose your response. By commanding yourself to stop, you're exercising one of the highest forms of self-control. A true demonstration of your ability to live by rational principles, even when facing habits that once felt impossible to overcome, freeing up precious resources. In our fast-paced world, we often waste valuable resources, like time and energy, on activities that don't align with our higher goals or core values. Whether it's mindlessly scrolling through social media or overcommitting out of obligation, Stoicism teaches us to assess our commitments through the lens of virtue and usefulness. Are these activities contributing to your personal and moral development? To free up these resources, start by auditing your typical day or week. Identify where your time goes, which tasks drain your energy, and what captures your attention. Are these things helping you live wisely, justly, courageously, and temperately? If not, it might be time for a change. Another key Stoic practice is reducing clutter, both physical and mental. By minimizing distractions, you create an environment that fosters tranquility and focus. This isn't just about tidying your home or workspace, but cultivating a setting that supports your efforts to live according to Stoic principles. In freeing up resources, you're not just making room on your schedule or desk. You're creating space in your life for growth, reflection, and engagement with deeper aspects of existence. You're paving the way for a life where every action is deliberate and aligned with the Stoic virtues, ensuring that each choice takes you closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. Embracing challenges for growth. Engaging in difficult tasks isn't merely about testing your limits. It's about expanding them, a concept deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed in embracing voluntary discomfort as a path to greater self-mastery. By doing something difficult, you prove your resilience and train yourself to handle future challenges with greater composure. This could involve taking on a complex work project, starting a rigorous fitness routine, or even facing a tough conversation. While daunting at first, these tasks provide unique opportunities to cultivate virtues like courage, perseverance, and temperance. Stoicism teaches that the true value of these efforts lies not in immediate results, but in the personal growth they inspire. To apply this, start by identifying a task you've been avoiding due to its difficulty. Approach it with a Stoic mindset. View it as a character-building exercise. Prepare yourself by focusing not only on the end goal, but also on the strengths you'll develop through the process. Stoicism also advises us to tackle challenges methodically, breaking them into manageable steps and setting realistic expectations. This systematic approach makes daunting tasks more achievable and builds discipline and purpose in your actions. By regularly pushing your boundaries, you strengthen your ability to deal with adversity and increase confidence in your capabilities. Each challenge becomes a testament to your resilience and commitment to living a virtuous life anchored in Stoic principles. Surround yourself with those who elevate you. Stoicism emphasizes the power of community and the profound influence our social environment has on our growth. Philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus taught that the company we keep reflects and shapes our values. Associating with people who embody the virtues you aspire to develop can significantly accelerate your progress. Consider that every interaction is an opportunity to learn and grow. When you spend time with people who challenge you, support your growth, and inspire you to maintain high standards, you're positioning yourself for success. These relationships serve as a constant reminder of what's possible and motivate you to pursue your best self. Practical ways to apply this Stoic advice. Start by assessing your relationships. Consider which connections nurture your growth and which ones might be holding you back. This isn't about judging others, but recognizing the impact they have on your life. Once you identify those who uplift you, consciously invest more in those relationships. This might involve initiating deeper conversations, seeking advice, or collaborating on meaningful projects that align with your shared values. Additionally, actively seek out new connections that align with the person you aspire to become. This could involve joining clubs, groups, or online communities focused on areas of personal interest or development. Whether it's a philosophy reading group, a fitness community, or a volunteer organization, these spaces can connect you with like-minded individuals who inspire and encourage you. Remember, in the spirit of Stoicism, it's not about surrounding yourself with perfection, but building genuine relationships that challenge you to think critically, act justly, and live courageously. By curating your social circle in this way, you create a supportive environment that fosters personal and moral growth. Overcoming the fear of change. In Stoicism, change isn't seen as a threat, but as an inevitable part of the natural order. Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius believed that fearing change is as pointless as fearing the sunrise. Both are beyond our control. Embracing change, therefore, means aligning ourselves with life's flow and recognizing that each change carries potential for growth. To begin overcoming your fear of change, understand the Stoic concept of amor fati, or love of fate. This involves accepting everything that happens, even challenges, as necessary parts of your journey. Adopting this mindset reduces anxiety about uncertainty and opens you up to the lessons that change brings. To put this into practice, start by observing your reaction to small changes in your daily routine, like an unexpected schedule shift or a change in plans. Notice any resistance and remind yourself of the Stoic view of obstacles as opportunities. These small instances are training grounds for building resilience and adaptability. Additionally, incorporate reflective meditation into your routine. Reflect on past changes that once seemed daunting, but ultimately led to positive outcomes. This reinforces the belief that while often uncomfortable, change can lead to meaningful personal and professional growth. Stoicism encourages not just passive acceptance of change, but active engagement with it in a way that aligns with your values. Approach change proactively, make wise, just decisions, and use it as a catalyst for self-improvement. By viewing change through this Stoic lens, you can transform what many fear into a source of empowerment and renewal. Say no to the non-essential. In Stoicism, saying no to the non-essential is about focusing on what genuinely contributes to your well-being and aligns with your deeper values. This principle encourages you to cultivate a life that isn't cluttered with unnecessary activities, relationships, or possessions, but instead is directed toward virtue and growth. Stoic philosophers emphasize the importance of distinguishing between what is essential and what isn't, encouraging us to let go of excess and prioritize what truly matters. This approach extends beyond physical minimalism to our commitments, engagements, and even our thoughts. By reducing the non-essential, we free up time, energy, and attention to focus on what brings true fulfillment and happiness. To apply these principles in your daily life, start by evaluating your current commitments. Ask yourself whether each activity or obligation is helping you progress toward your personal and ethical goals. Is it contributing to your growth, or is it merely occupying your time? This requires honest self-reflection, a key aspect of Stoic practice. Once you identify what is truly essential, have the courage to start saying no. This might involve declining invitations that don't align with your goals, stepping away from projects that drain your energy without meaningful returns, or distancing yourself from negative social interactions. Additionally, apply this principle to your possessions and digital life. Simplify your environment and online connections to include only those things that add value. This doesn't mean sacrificing comfort or enjoyment, but prioritizing what serves a purpose beyond mere accumulation or distraction. Incorporating the Stoic habit of saying no to the non-essential empowers you to take control of your environment instead of letting it control you. It's about making deliberate choices that support your journey toward a more purposeful and centered life. Now let's talk about returning to your personal rhythm. Think of this rhythm as your natural state where you feel most aligned with your values and most productive in your actions. Life's disruptions, whether external events or internal emotions, are inevitable. The Stoic approach to handling these disruptions is not to overreact, but to calmly steer yourself back to your core practices of self-discipline and mindfulness. Start by identifying the routines that keep you grounded, like morning meditations, evening reflections, regular exercise, or scheduled time for reading and self-improvement. When life throws you off balance, prioritize these activities to regain your footing. Reflect on what caused the disruption. Was it within your control? If so, what can you change in the future? If not, apply the Stoic principle of focusing on your response rather than the event itself. Returning to your rhythm also means forgiving yourself for any setbacks. Stoicism teaches that perfection isn't the goal. Continual improvement is. Each return to your rhythm is an opportunity to strengthen your commitment to living according to Stoic virtues, seeing each challenge as part of your journey towards self-mastery and growth. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoicism. Remember, every step you take in mastering yourself helps you face life's challenges with resilience and wisdom. If you enjoyed this discussion, share your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. See you soon, EU.